Oklahoma versus Texas game, Spencer Rattler was benched for Caleb Williams, who's a freshman, which I wonder if Spencer Rattler will get his job back. Who knows after this performance Caleb Williams put on, pulling them back from being down the whole game pretty much. Oklahoma had an impressive game. Texas just didn't really maintain their lead that much during the game. And this is Caleb Williams' stats. 3 total touchdowns, 300 total yards, 16 completions, and 25 attempts. What do you guys think of his stats, and who do you think should start, him or Spencer Rattler? I can kind of see why Spencer Rattler was pulled from the game. He was making kind of bad throws at the end of the game, and just not being that consistent on third and outs and stuff like that. For the Oklahoma-Texas game, Oklahoma was down. Oklahoma had 20, and Texas had 38 during halftime, and they made a comeback from that, which is honestly impressive as well. And just shows how good Oklahoma is at coming back. I feel like Caleb Williams will definitely become the starter for Oklahoma, and I don't really see them going back to Spencer Rattler now. Oklahoma-Texas game was last, and I think Oklahoma will move up. They're number 6 right now. Texas is 21st, which the score is 55-48, the final score. I think Texas will probably move down to like 25, and then Oklahoma will probably break the top 5, I would say. They'll probably make 5 or 4. I would say somewhere around there after this performance, just because it was honestly a great game, and I could see this propelling them upward. But I don't really see them going any much higher, maybe like 5. What do you guys think? How much do you think Oklahoma's going to improve in the rankings after this? Texas A&M upsets number 1 Alabama. I figured that Texas A&M couldn't hold on for the whole game just because they jumped out to an early lead, and I felt like Alabama would just come roaring back and destroy them for the rest of the game, which did end up happening. The score was Texas A&M 41 to Alabama 38, which I'm going to show you some more stats about Alabama's losing today. Number 1 Alabama falls, 100 straight wins versus unranked opponents. Since 2007, that's insane. FBS best 19-game winning streak, which that was broken last night. 24 straight wins by Nick Saban versus former, which Jimbo Fisher was the first person he lost to against his former coaches, which is kind of surprising that he had that record. And before that, he was 24-0, which, honestly, look at these stats. This shows how much of a powerhouse Alabama is in college football and how good they are in general. 13 Arkansas had 51, and number 17 Ole Miss had 52. I think Matt Corral for Ole Miss, the quarterback, is actually going to win the Heisman this year. I don't really see anyone surpassing him right now. I think he's the best quarterback in college football as right now. And the reason why Arkansas lost, they went for the 2-point conversion, which I think was a bad idea. You kick the field goal always just because you want to tie the game, not win it. And if you fail, then you're not going to win. And you're going to lose by 1, which I would rather tie and lose in overtime than lose in regulation.